my friends. I hope you have all had a wonderful time celebrating the holidays, whatever holiday it is that you celebrated. In my household, we celebrated Christmas and it was a beautiful time. I know we are looking forward to the new year, but before we can jump into the new year, I did have one more candle haul to share with you guys for this year. I did participate in the Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale. Honestly, I really didn't go too wild or crazy, but there were a couple of candles that I came across in store yesterday, the day before. I'm batch filming a little bit today, but I did find some things that I wanted to purchase backups of, or maybe that intrigued me for the first time. And so in this video, I am going to share with you those products as well as 3 candles that came into my collection via Caramel Sundays. We all know that they do pretty much a monthly launch, and I wanted to share with you the candles that I purchased when they offered them earlier this month. I would say it was somewhere around mid-December. So in this video, as well as my empties one that I will be putting up for you guys this week, I wanted to let you guys know that the formatting of the videos are going to look a little bit different. I am going to do like this sit down intro, but then I am going to turn the camera around and just show you up close what I purchased. Typically, I like to do it all in front of the camera, maybe throw in some B-roll for you. However, we are currently, my entire family is home during Christmas break. My husband has had time off of work, so I'm trying to be respectful of them not having to like hole up for an hour or two while I film. So I'm just going to be filming these intros, but then the rest of the video is going to be me behind the camera, and I hope you guys don't mind that for this year. I think you guys are more just intrigued anyways to see what I purchased. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. Also, thumbs up if you like this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you like candle content. You might want to stick around. But I think that covers it for this video. So let's go ahead and see what I purchased.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the items I recently purchased from Bath & Body Works as well as Caramel Sundays. I think I'm going to start with Caramel Sundays, and I'm actually going to include some B-roll here real quick to show you the first item that I purchased because I am actually currently burning it. It is a warm cinnamon bun. It has just the most delicious, authentic cinnamon roll fragrance. It definitely, I get that bready note, I get the cinnamon, I get the butter, I get the slight sweetness from like an icing on it. It is a delicious fragrance. So unfortunately that one is not still currently available, but I do think that they plan to bring it back in the fall and the winter. The next fragrance that I purchased from Caramel Sundays is Winter Woods. So this fragrance, I also don't have the fragrance notes on. However, I will tell you, if you happen to like the new Kringle, what is it called? The new Tranquil Winter. This is not the same fragrance, but it has very similar fragrance profile with, you get a tree note, but there's also a little bit of like cinnamon and apple in the background. I told my husband when I smelled this that it actually reminds me of a little antique store that we used to visit. There is a small town up in the White Mountains here in Arizona that's over in eastern Arizona that is called Greer, and they had this little antique store, and this fragrance reminds me of what I smell when I walked in there. There's woodiness, there's tree, there's a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of apple in here. This one is really, really nice. I have already started to burn it, and you can see, the wicks are doing pretty well. I do trim these wicks before each burn, and I try to limit them to about a 3-hour burn time. Otherwise, you will see in my empties when I did let some of these burn a little bit longer, especially as they get towards the bottom because of the indentation of the vessel. I do notice that I get a little bit more sootiness with the vessel, not so much the wax. The wax smells fine. But anyways, we'll talk about that more in empties. So this is a fragrance that I did talk to, what's her name, Sierra at Caramel Sundays. I did send her a message on Instagram, and I did ask if these fragrances were planning to be restocked for the next holiday season, and she did say at this point, yes, that they are planning to bring these fragrances back. So at this point, what I'm planning to do is burn a lot of these to the halfway point, and then I'm going to put them aside so that way I can bring them back out to do post-burn reviews closer to another launch date. But yeah, this is a very, very nice fragrance. I will keep you guys updated on the burns in my candle chat series. The last fragrance that I did purchase from Caramel Sundays is Cozy Cabin. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you guys will not be surprised. Now this one I do have the fragrance notes for. The fragrance notes on this candle are top notes of fir needles and smoked woods, mid note of clove, peppercorn, herbal cedarwood, and burnt marshmallow, and a base note of patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. And I haven't started burning this one yet. However, I am going to start burning this, I believe, this evening. This I am planning to actually pair with their fragrance, which is called Home for Christmas. It smells very, very similar to Bath & Body Works Winter, which I've always loved that fragrance. This one is really nice. It definitely, you get all of the notes that are listed there. On the top, I do smell fir needles, but they're not astringent, and there is a little bit of smokiness to it. Base note of patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. Slight perfumey element, but I would say that it is definitely a base note because it's not like overly strong here on Cold Sniff. But the mid notes there of like a cedarwood and the sweetness of marshmallow, a little bit of spice from some clove. This is very, very well done. It's borderline traditionally masculine, but not in like a cologne perfume type of way. I really, really like this fragrance. I could see myself possibly getting this in a larger format next season when they release more of this, because it is really nice. They are releasing, they have their January drop will be January 26th. And I do know that they are bringing back Toasted Pine Cone, which I'll talk about in my empties, but I am planning to purchase another one of those. So these were the candles that I purchased from Caramel Sundays. I did also purchase the Plain Jane laundry soap. I forgot to bring that into the room here. I actually, fun fact, am having to refilm this because the first time I did it, my audio got a little bit wonky. All right, I'm going to show you my Bath & Body Works haul, which, by the way, we're just going to pan here. They gave me another one of these bags when I went in for SAS. Apparently my store still had more of them, so I won't turn down an opportunity to get a reusable bag. So this is a candle that I actually did not purchase, but this is a candle that was sent to me in friend mail, and it is, you guys, my beloved Winter White Woods. So my sweet friend McKenna over at the Joyful Candle over on Instagram, she also has a podcast. I don't think she's put out any episodes in quite some time because she did have a sweet baby boy last year, last summer, and so I'm pretty sure she's been pretty busy with being a mama to him. But she was so sweet. I'm actually in, she and I message each other a lot over on Instagram, and I'm also in a group with some fellow Kringle ambassadors, of which she is one. And I was lamenting that Bath & Body Works did not bring this fragrance back this year, because this is my all-time favorite quote-unquote Christmas scent from Bath & Body Works. Even though it's not marketed as that, I don't think it is usually. This to me smells very much like Christmas tree lot when I was a kid growing up in Southern California. Fragrance notes here: glistening icicles, dried cedarwood bark, spiced sandalwood. And they didn't bring it back this year, but this fragrance combined with Yankee Candle's Home for the Holidays is my quintessential what I burn Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And I only had one in my collection. And so McKenna was sweet enough. She just asked for my address and said, I'm going to send you a little something. And she sent it to me. So this has now been put away for next holiday season. I did burn it a little bit on Christmas Day because the one that I had finished burning. I was burning it sparingly this season, but now knowing that I had a backup, I was like, okay, I needed to finish. I needed this fragrance on Christmas Day. So thank you so much to my friend McKenna for sending this to me. So yay, I have another Winter White Woods in my collection. I did go ahead and purchase, let's see, a backup of another beloved fragrance. Now that Bath & Body Works, we know that they are, not always faithful in bringing favorites back. Pistachio and toasted vanilla. You guys are not probably surprised to see this. Fragrance notes of salted pistachios, toasted vanilla almonds. So I have half of this fragrance in the 2023 packaging still, and then I have one full one in this packaging, and then I decided to purchase another one because I do love this fragrance so much. It is one of my most versatile fragrances in, I would say, January and February. This is a fragrance that I like to burn this time of year, so it just pairs really nicely with a lot of other candles that are currently in my collection. I love this scent a lot. Creamy, almondy, it's just so good. I think a lot of people have talked this one to death, so we all know I needed to buy another one of these. And then another fragrance that actually made my top 20 list for 2024, I did get a backup of, and it is Evergreen and Fir. Fragrance notes here are white fir needles, fresh cedarwood, sweet sap. And if you've caught my post-burn review or heard me rave about this one, I do pick up on all of those fragrance notes. Plus this, I do like these wicks. Now this candle did burn hot and fast for me. You will see it in my empties video coming up later on this week. But I do really, really like this fragrance. You get that tree note, I get the woodiness from cedarwood, and I also get some sweetness of sap. Now the only thing that I wanted a little bit more from this fragrance is that I did notice a decrease in strength and throw once it hit like the halfway mark for me. The performance was still good in terms of the burn, but it just wasn't giving as much of an output. So I'm hoping that maybe letting this one sit for a year will do something similar as to what Homeworks does, which Homeworks candles I feel like get stronger the longer that you let them sit. And I'm hoping that letting this one sit for another year will increase that strength and throw, because this is another fragrance that it just paired so nicely with a lot of other holiday fragrances in the month of December. I could see this one being like an annual staple for me. So I wanted to make sure I had another one. I almost bought 2 of them, but I decided to restrain myself. I did not, because I have been purchasing quite a few candles in all of these post-holiday sales. And then the last candle that I purchased from Bath & Body Works, which might be a little bit of a surprise to some of you guys, Main Street Bakery. Now, I did purchase this candle initially in the first packaging. So I know that this is the second packaging that Bath & Body Works came out with. You can see it's got those core wicks, which I actually like those a lot better than the thick rope-like ones. Fresh banana, vanilla wafers, cinnamon sugar. So because I saw that this candle had different wicks than I initially had, I decided that I wanted to give this one a try. Now, I like the fragrance on this candle a lot. I know a lot of people have loved it this year. A lot of you guys actually commented on my top 20 video that this was one of your top fragrances of the year. And I can see rightfully so. This is very much a good creamy banana. It doesn't lean too Laffy Taffy banana. And I think what balances out is that vanilla wafer note in the middle. This is a very good gourmand type of fragrance, and I think it'll pair really nicely with a lot of other candles that I currently have in my collection. I do like banana scent. This banana scent, though, to me is definitely more of a genuine gourmand banana, more than say like a banana daiquiri, or this is a fragrance that I actually see myself burning more so this time of year than it would be more in the summertime. So again, because I think it'll pair nicely with a lot of other candles that I currently have in my collection, I did decide that I wanted to purchase one more of these. Let's give it a try. I always did like the fragrance on this the first time, the first go around I had with it, but the packaging of that particular candle, it just was not burning well for me, and it wasn't giving me the output that I wanted. So I'm giving this one another try. So we shall see how it does for me, but I did decide to go ahead and purchase it. I did also buy 2 body sprays of the Vanilla Noir men's body care. I did receive a tip or some encouragement from a friend who works for Bath & Body Works. He said that it frequently sells out at his store and it's limited edition, but a lot of men love it. And turns out that we all loved it. So I bought 2 of those, and then I redeemed a reward for another warm vanilla sugar body cream. So yeah, you guys, that is it for my little haul here. I didn't go too wild. I did participate in the Kringle after holiday sale. I did stock up on some 3 wicks, so I will have a Kringle haul for you when those come in. But love that they gave me an additional little crate. I'm going to go ahead and put these away. I will have an empties video coming up for you guys, hopefully within the next couple of days. And then this weekend, I'm hoping to give you guys my finale for the candle collection series. You guys, I made a lot of progress. I'm very happy with where my collection stands right now. And I will just give you a summary of that. I know a lot of us go into the new year with some goals for what we want to do personally, professionally. And I know that maybe that video will give you a little bit of a good encouragement and jumpstart for this new year. So anyways, you guys, feel free to comment down below if you have purchased from the SAS. I'd like to know what your haul has been, or maybe if you've been shopping any other candle brands there after holiday sales. Let me know how that goes. But again, please hit thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. Happy New Year. And until my next one, you guys, I hope you
you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.